뭐야? 에? 저거 뭐야?
Welcome to Cal's Cinema. This is The Wailing. As Halloween is nearly upon us, let's get into some Korean horror now with The Wailing. Released in 2016, writer-director Na Hong-jin's folk horror mystery, originally titled in Korean as Gok-sung, follows rural policeman Jong-goo as his village struggles to fight a seemingly supernatural illness from spreading. As The Wailing was released in 2016, we aren't going to worry too much about spoilers, but I'll give you a heads up beforehand. This film in particular is often talked about as being one of the most unsettling horrors out there, and with its slow burn of building a sense of dread, it's easy to see why.
What we really need to do is create a powerful sense of dread.
Despite clocking in at a whopping 2 hours and 36 minutes long, enough for any genre, let alone horror, The Wailing takes its time in unravelling its dark tale of spiritual assault on the small village. The isolation of the setting, complete with shots of the surrounding countryside and forest, only add to the desperation of main character Jong-goo as he battles to not only save his village, but family against forces he is hopelessly outmatched by. With strong performances from all the cast, including the attorneys Kwak Do-won as policeman Jong-goo, the 8 Show's Chun Woo-hee as the mysterious woman in white Myu Myung, and an especially lasting impression from Kill Bill's Jun Kunimura as the Japanese man, the film depicts a shockingly believable tale of a smaller scale fight between good and evil. And this is as good a time as any to get into spoiler territory, so if you've not seen the film and would like to jump ahead to the score, feel free. As the story progresses and it's clear that Jong-goo is up against no ordinary illness, the film expertly manipulates what the viewer sees to make us think we know what's going on instead of the truth. We feel just as lost as the policeman in discovering what or who is really responsible for the goings-on, with careful misdirection and clever editing. The scene with what is assumed to be an exorcism of Jong-goo's daughter is the perfect example of this. These twists and turns in the plot not only make the film's long runtime bearable, but make the eventual reveal that the Japanese man, the demon, is responsible for the terror that has struck the village all the more horrific in the end. His adversary Myu Myung, who was in fact a friendly ghost or good spirit, was trying to protect the people the whole time. While the film may warrant rewatching to fully appreciate what is going on, a deleted scene at the end of the movie helps provide a more resolute ending. As the demon is watching a child from across the road, he is collected by his shaman servant and the two leave, presumably to pull the exact same stunt in another town. As Myu Myung steps into the road to watch the car drive away, it's clear that in the end she has failed to defeat him and looks devastated to see the entity leave freely. I do wish they had left this scene in the final cut, as it does help in ending the story more neatly. So, what's the verdict on The Wailing? Well, despite its epic runtime, the film doesn't feel overly slow. This fact made even more remarkable that across its runtime there is hardly any use of the standard cheap thrill staple, the jump scare, at all. Convincing performances, chilling horror, and even restrained use of sound all make The Wailing seem like a cut above other modern Western horrors, which seem unsophisticated by comparison. All of this considered, The Wailing scores an 8.6 out of 10. So, what did you think of The Wailing? What other Korean horrors are you a fan of? You can let me know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe and come back again to Cal's Cinema.